Hello poopsies, thank you for joining me today on this ASMR video. This is going to be some witchy tips. Basically some easy basic spell casting, good type of spell casting, of course, not the dark kind. I don't work with the dark kind. But so I hope you enjoy this video, and if you like to book your own tarot reading, I'm a psychic, you can go on tonybomboni.com and I will see you all there for your own personal filmed reading. And yeah, so subscribe if you want more spiritual type of content like this one. I'm having my black tea right now, Earl Grey. Don't you love Earl Grey? So the first thing I'm gonna start with is a tip I learned recently. Cinnamon. So as long as you have some cinnamon, you will be good to go for this spell. So again, just disclaimer, only do spell casting if it's for the benefit of humanity and yourself. You're not harming anyone, you're not harming anyone else or yourself, okay? Just a disclaimer. Okay. All right. So I like to work with good magic, personally. So you get some cinnamon and you put it in your palm like this, all right? Your least dominant hand. So you shake it 4 or 5 times or so. That's a good enough pile, just enough to cover kind of the bottom of your hand like that in a little pile. And the fragrance should be very potent right away. Of course, it's a lot of cinnamon. Make sure you don't breathe it in, but keep it steady. You can cup your other palm in it until you get to your front door. So just imagine this is the front door. I leave the front door and I face into the house with the front door open. And then I say something along the lines of, this is going to be my best month ever. July 2025 will be the wealthiest month, or I will bring home the most money, something like that. You can say whatever's on your heart and mind. And then this is a spell for abundance. So in whatever way you want abundance in your life, you can use this spell, okay? And then you just blow it out and at the same time wave it like this. Wave it out. So I'll show you. This is going to be the best month. Okay, let me start over. Let's say August 2025 is going to be the best month for my business. And you saw that wave blow out. And it's okay. You don't have to broom or clean up. It's going to smell very nice in your front entrance anyway. Once you're done, you can just rub the herb in your palms. I recommend not washing it off with soap. You can wash it off with water if you really must, but just make sure to rub the product in your hands while you are washing it off. Okay, so my hands now smell like cinnamon, so that's great. And yeah, you just set that intention. Even if you don't believe in spellcasting, or you prefer to pray, which I do too. I feel like prayer works very efficiently as well. Just the placebo effect of just a little ounce of faith that this will work makes it work. I have a mountain size of faith, okay? So this is why my spells work every time. I've actually had poopsies hire me to do some spell casting. Yeah, I don't have that as a service, but people have hired me to do it because I guess it works. So, yeah, but, so here's the next magic spell I like. Bay leaves. And this is also something I learned recently. By the way, disclaimer, I know so many more spells than this, what I'm going to show you in this video. I just don't want to go there for this video. I'm just going to do basic, easy ones for the time allotted. Who doesn't love the smell of herbs? So I have a bunch of bay leaves here. Not for cooking, honey. I hate bay leaves in food. I don't know why. I hate that the leaf is even in there. It like you accidentally bite into it. It gets on my nerves. I use it for spellcasting. So here's a little, look like a little mustache. Here's a little bay leaf. A little. Well, it's kind of big actually. And I still don't understand how it even does anything for food, like a stew. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, you want to get a pen, preferably a thin tip black pen. This is not that thin, but it's all I got right now. And the bay leaf. And then what you do is write your wish, your intention. Wish or your intention in the bay leaf. So I'm going to write something personal. I prefer to write on the back of the bay leaf, not the front, because the front is very smooth. Sometimes pens don't work on that. The back is more the consistency and texture of paper. Okay, so I'm going to write a wish. What do I wish for? And don't just say it like, I want, I will have. No, I have. Right now, I have it. Okay? So I'm going to write that down. Give me 1 second. I hear the sounds. I'm kind of doing my best to write with this pen. It's about you guys. I'm writing about you. You can send someone good wishes too. Right, I'm almost done, I promise. Try your best not to break the leaf, otherwise you kind of have to start over and use another leaf. You gotta keep it together. It's taking me a minute because I'm literally, what I'm doing is I'm like writing over each letter multiple times so it's bold enough to read. It has to be legible, okay? And then once you wrote it down, I'm not gonna say my wish. You do not tell people your wish, all right? No matter who it is, husband, wife, kid, nope, no. You keep it to yourself. You hold it with a pair of tongs like this at the end. Keep it a healthy distance away from you, okay? Make sure you do this over the kitchen sink. Don't cause damage. And then you say the wish. I'll say it mentally to myself while burning, but you say it out loud. And you do it till the very end. Until it burns all the way through. Until all the letters are gone. Every last letter. Okay? See why you have to do it over the sink. So, and then just dispose of it safely once you are done there. And you can rinse it down the sink after and just focus positive thoughts that your wish will come true. I walked up to change my batteries on my camera and my mic. They both went out at the same time. And literally, there's cinnamon all over the floor. My feet feel like sandpaper. Okay, guys, so now that that is done, another little witchy tip, like let's say you're looking for something, someone's missing and you need a cardinal point, or you're looking for something, you can simply scry. You can use this pendulum. They sell these online, even at Amazon. You spin it around and you ask, let's see, what am I looking for? I don't want to insult the spirits by pretend asking, where in the world am I to move next? So you have to be conscious of where north, south, east, west is. All right, so for me, that's north, south, east, and west behind me. I believe. Yeah. So where in the world am I to move next after my lease is up? Where in the world am I going to be moving next? What direction am I to be moving next? Spirits, please guide me. And it moves on its own. I don't even have to try. Where am I to move next in the world? Where is Tony Bomboni going to move next in the world? Is that north east or is that southwest? I sort of get southwest because I feel like it's pointing and tugging more that way. And northeast doesn't even make sense to me. Why would I move to New York? Thank you. Southwest. I'm already in southwest. Like, that wouldn't be the US then. The Caribbean? I've always said as a kid I wanted to live in the Caribbean someday or have like a second home there. So maybe. Huh. Only other one I can think of is South America. Northeast. No, I doubt it's northeast. But anyway, that's interesting. So you can definitely scry and find lost objects in your house. The next thing, keep an eye on the full moon. I have this full moon calendar here from a Witchy shop that I shopped in Maryland. And you know what I found interesting for you witches out there? And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, okay? I mean that in a nice way, not a bad word. The full moons this year were very interesting. They followed a pattern. And that's why I felt like this year was so powerful. The January full moon was the 13th, which 13 I always associate with like my lucky number. I'm born on the 13th. 13 always connected with me. I just had my 13-year channel anniversary. So it's like there's something powerful with that this year. February is 12, so the next one from 13 is 12. Then March was 14. Another one up, and follow this. March is the 14th, April is the 13th, May is the 12th, June is the 11th, and July full moon is the 10th. So I don't think I've ever seen something follow that pattern so greatly, like one up, one down, one down, one down, one down, one down. Like it cuts off at August. So July 10th, August 9th. So from 14th of March through 9th of August, it's like a pattern of just numbers. I don't know if it ever does that, but I found that pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if that's normal every year. But on September, it's the 7th, October, it's the 7th, November is the 5th, and December is the 4th. You see the drastic difference? It doesn't have to follow a pattern or a flow. So I feel like there's some powerful, powerful energies in August leading into September because of this. So follow the full moon. The last one was, like I said, July 10th. And so the next one is August 9th. So when August 9th hits, which is right around the corner because time goes like this nowadays, make sure you go outside, sit or stand under that full moon light. I like to do it for all 3 full moon nights because the full moon, technically, it's an illusion, but it appears full to us for 3 days, every time without fail. So, I like to do that. Lately, I haven't been able to in the last couple months because it's been very cloudy and rainy. We're in our rainy season right now, / hurricane season. But you can just imagine and visualize the glistening, dimly lit white light of the moon just cleansing you from the crown chakra down. And imagine that, all that old negativity, all that old nonsense, drama, chaos, all that energy just sending down into the earth, just washing and rinsing you down entirely. And it's called moon bathing, you know, just like how you do sunbathing at the beach, right? This is moon bathing, and it's very gentle. It's a very subtle energy, and it's a feminine energy. This is why mostly women do this type of ritual, because a lot of women have, and again, I don't mean this in an insult. As an insult, I just say this with love, but it's for a lack of a better word, like pale skin, like this kind of color skin, right? So they can't sunbathe, and they want to protect their beauty and their youth. I get it. So they prefer to moonbathe. So it's not just for women, though, and I genuinely don't believe you have to be a woman to be a witch, you know. There was someone who just made such an ignorant statement once. I was following her for a while. She was a witch, and she was really good at what she did. Literally, she made millions of dollars selling her online courses. And she said, what made me like pull away from her, she said that if you're a man, you can't be a witch. Click away from my page. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, wow. You know, maybe she was trying hard to target her target audience. I get it. It's marketing, it's advertising purposes, but yeah, no. You can be witchy if you're a man, okay? It's bullcrap, right? Like, there is no gender nowadays, right? Like, that was very ignorant of her, and I hope she learned her lesson from that. But regardless, I'm not gonna say who it is. I don't even remember their name anymore. It was years ago, but very ignorant statement, in my honest opinion. But yeah, so don't let that discourage you, you know. But at the end of the day, I understand that women have something men don't. I'm talking about the biological gender, not necessarily how you feel, right? Because everything's energy. But like, I know that's why a lot of gay men like myself typically tend to be in this industry as well, because we have more of that within us. If you look at Dolores Cannon's work and teachings, you'll come to find through regressions, through her clients, and other people have written about this as well, that, you know, most likely if you are gay in this life, that you've had past lives as women often, and you kind of struggle to adjust to the male body or the male energy, and that's why you come across very feminine. You talk a certain way, you act a certain way. So there's no judgment, you know. And it doesn't mean that's the only case. You know, sometimes our soul comes here and agrees to play out this role or this gender, you know. So I'm not going to go on and on. Look, I don't have to explain myself. But what I will say is, this is for all. This kind of work is for everyone, okay? So don't let an ignorant person like that stop you from doing what you love. So the next thing is crystals. So I love working with crystals. These two, if you want some extra cash quickly, that surprise check in the mail, right? Allegedly entertainment purposes only, not financial advice, but you got to get the tools for it, right? When I was broke as hell and I needed a quick buck, honey, this worked flawlessly every single time. I would put like a money altar and put different crystals that are good for attracting money, like jade. I would even put the money frog, aka the lucky frog, with the coin in its mouth and the glaring red ruby eyes. He's sitting on stacks of cash. All right, he has coins running down his back. He's the ruler of money. So you can call upon your deities. You can call upon whoever you'd like. There's citrine, the one that looks like fried chicken. Everyone always loves this crystal when I show it. They're like, oh my God, where did you get it? It's like fried chicken. Honestly, I don't remember. I think Etsy. People always ask me, where do you buy crystal? Etsy, honey. How do you know it's legit? Look at the reviews. If it's perfect, it's real, okay? And they usually send you a kind of like a little card to tell you that this is an authentic piece. Yeah. I prefer for instant cash manifestation. Hold it, carry it with you all day, meditate with it. You know, you can have it in jewelry. This is not it. This is just for grounding. But, you know, have it next to you when you sleep. I would prefer you have it on your office desk, your place of money, where you make money. That's going to attract it more instantaneously. All right? Allegedly, I have to say. When it comes to money, for some reason, I have to say allegedly every time, otherwise YouTube goes crazy. But anyway, so I definitely recommend that. You can put some, they sell those like, I know the Asian markets, they sell like fake $100 bills that you can put on altar. It's for spell purposes, right? You can light anything green. There's money cone incense cones that you can buy from crystal shops, metaphysical stores. So you can do whatever. I like to personally sprinkle cinnamon. Anything green. You could put cilantro. You can put mint. Mint is a great one. Mint and cinnamon both combined are very potent. Honestly, like, you guys remember last time I did that money altar thingy? Yeah, that brought in a lot of cash that month. It definitely did. So I was very surprised. I even got like a surprise $4,000 check in the mail. I was like, oh my gosh. So this stuff definitely works. Yeah, so. All right, so. Oh, and then there was a lawsuit I didn't even know about, and I got a check from that too that same month. Anyway, child, just know that money will come to your door. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only, of course, of course, of course. So, selenite, and this is the last crystal I'll talk about today. I am doing this. No, I'm not crazy. I am doing this because it literally. Okay, we all have to be a little crazy to be witchy. I mean, just a little bit. God bless me with a little crazy. It's okay. It's okay. But anyway, I'm not perfect. Okay, I'm human. But I'm doing this like a TSA agent scanning you for anything not good because I have to cleanse my energy field, my aura. Okay? And this is a powerful crystal to do this. So many times people, just are horrible in traffic. They curse you out in traffic. They flip the bird. They're so nasty. That's all energy, it goes through your car too. So you have to protect your energy. That's why I always carry black tourmaline with me on my neck nowadays over my heart. It definitely does absorb all that nonsense from our day-to-day lives. And like I've been saying, I'm noticing a lot more angry, agitated people, irritability in people lately. It's like the love has left us all of a sudden. So this definitely keeps me protected. So I always recommend black tourmaline. I have some chunks here in every doorway and in every window of my home. You can cleanse them maybe about once a month once it absorbs it all. So little chunks of tourmaline there to protect your home as well. I'll get into more protection spells soon, but this definitely will protect your energy. Sometimes selenite makes me cry. I don't know why, especially when I meditate with it. It always makes me cry. So it's definitely cleansing for me emotionally. It's emotionally healing as well. And yeah, so this will just slosh off that negativity from you. So you can do a spell for yourself on yourself, and self-care is crucial for this work. If you are a witch and you charge for spell casting, you have clients that you charge for readings even, especially if you're doing readings, that's some of the heaviest stuff ever. So you definitely have to protect your energy while doing this type of work, all right? Because it can cause burnout, it can cause energetic damage if you're not careful, So I do the work. I do the meditations nightly to, check in with my energy field, see if there's any intrusions in my space, anything that's not right, or, check in with your body. You have to do that work constantly if you are helping heal the world. So another thing I like is incense. One of the first times I've used incense, I've attracted 5 million views on a video on my old channel. So it's powerful stuff, Definitely I like to, I haven't done it in a while though, but I like to set an intention when lighting incense, mostly for cleansing the energy in my space around me. This happens to be dragon's blood, so why not? I can light some now. You see I have a candle running in the background. You can light candles to set an intention as well. White for like an ancestor altar, for purity. So I set the intention that this dragon's blood will clean my energy and my space around me. It's the most potent incense of them all for removing that negativity. Just make sure you don't have it running right next to your face pretty much the whole time, because incense smoke actually can be damaging. So I like to, like if it's long run, you know, so I like to just quickly wave it over, you know, charge my crystals with it. This is all stuff that I like to do with incense. It works just like sage. All right. By the way, when working with pendulums, you always think Spirit, God, Universe. Okay. And say thank you. Yes, thank you for doing your job. You know, just like when I finish your tarot readings, I say thank you, Spirit, God, Universe. The session is now over and complete. I let them know, like, don't linger. Right? You gotta chart your tourmaline too. You know, anything really that you work with. Your jewelry that has crystals in it, you gotta cleanse and charge that stuff, honey. Okay? Cleanse your energy a bit too. All right. And then I put it out. All right. That's good. Cool. So, sage is also a wonderful tool. I have a little bit, lately I've had the idea of putting them in a sound bowl. It just fire safe. There you go. Light up a little bit of sage. Sage is very cleansing. You can put it in your bowl and the smoke comes out. And you can even tap the sound bowl while you're at it. And sound is very healing as well. If you have the mallet, which I don't have on me right now, it's behind me, but you can whirl the sound bowl. And it can actually help heal you. They say it can help even heal cancer, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. I'm not here to claim that. Quite frankly, I don't even know if I believe that. But they say that about Tibetan or sound meditation bowls. So, hey, you never know. But I'm a little bit of a skeptic myself for some things. But yeah. So yeah, you can let that running. Sage, I would say, is definitely a safer smoke to keep running constantly than incense or anything else. But smoke is smoke at the end of the day. It's not that healthy for your heart to constantly breathe in. So just be light, be quick, be gentle with it. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to get a huge bundle of sage and, you know, make your fire alarms go off. Okay, don't be extra with it. Just, you know, anything with spirituality has to be light, peaceful, you know, quick, easy, fun. It's not supposed to be heavy or like, it's not supposed to feel like a... You hear that thunder? I'm telling you, whenever I do this work, it's very powerful. No one believes me, but that's okay. I don't have to boast about it. Yeah. Know your power. It is your best friend. You are your own best friend. But anyway, so Florida's been getting a lot of lightning lately. So what I will say is that, you know, you use what you want. Some people say sage, you know, don't use sage. Fine, use rosemary. Fine, use thyme, you know. I like sage, I like incense. I mostly work with incense nowadays, but I understand if people have their beliefs and their opinions. And I always call upon the highest light. I always call upon God and ask him for protection when I do this type of work. Because you never know what can come through in the spirit that you're not aware of. I ask for my guides, my angels, ancestors to come through and protect my energy while I am assisting someone, especially during a reading and stuff like that. Or a Reiki healing especially. Now this stuff I try not to show too much But I have black salt. Now, this is not for everyone, okay? Again, especially if you have like a bloodline or lineage of ancestors who are witchy, or grew up in a certain environment or area, region of the world that is known for witch practices. I don't want to say be careful with this. I just want to say be mindful of being genuine with your intent and honest with yourself about why you're doing this, right? Because this can go one of two ways. Every time I work a black salt, it is so dang potent. I'm not afraid of anything with this stuff because I've been working with this stuff since I was 15, like half my life, 14 actually, so more than half. But black salt is one of those things that never ceases to amaze me. It is extremely potent. Oh my gosh, like, yeah. All I'll say is if I've ever had a neighbor get on my nerves, confront me. I've had neighbors like literally come to my door and yell at me about something that I didn't even do. I literally sprinkle this all around my yard. All I'm gonna say is watch the magic unfold, child. They never bother me again. Let's put it that way. So yeah. So be careful. Be careful with this stuff, all right? So this is for protection rituals specifically. I purchased this one. So there's a little bit. I want to show you how it looks just so you're aware. It's basically just a mixture of some people like to mix charcoal in here. I think they're slick, for profit. But this is real, okay? It stains your hands, so you want to be careful with this, okay? It's if you squeeze it too tight in your palm, you have a sweaty palm, it takes a while to come off. You got to use like a dish sponge and really scrape. But this is food grade sea salt with activated charcoal. So they do put charcoal, but like it's also a mixture of like the ashes from spell work in general. So that leftover, like that bay leaf, that would be perfect to put in the black salt as well. It's used for protective barriers to ward off negative energies, safeguards your ceremonial grounds, sprinkle across thresholds to keep unwelcome people or energies at bay. So you can use this in rituals if you want someone to just stop bothering you, harassing you, stalking you. You can think about them and put that salt there or their picture or something. Again, I don't like to do that kind of work. I really don't. I'm not a fan of it because I just use light magic. I don't work with the dark because the couple times I have it's very heavy. I'm just not a fan of it, really. So but up to you. Everyone has free will on this earth. I can't tell you what to do and what not to do, but use your intuition, right? Whatever feels right. But I just prefer to put this like at my front door to keep unwelcome people at bay. Anyone that can be harmful to my space, my environment, myself, and those loved ones around me. If you really are in a heavy space or a tough job where you just hate your job and you hate the people, your coworkers, sprinkle a pinch of that black salt in your pocket. I'm telling you, that will like just a little bit. Don't put too much, child. Trust me, like just a little bit, okay? It's very potent. People will pick up on it and will be like, it will repel them like crazy, okay? They will leave you the heck alone, okay? So, but again, be very, very mindful of your intention when working with black salt. If you are not ready for what can happen out of this work, do not do it, okay? Because the unexpected happens every time, all right? So just set a genuine, honest intention from the light, from the highest source, not to cause harm, like I said, just to protect your energy. That is the best result, I would say, with black salt. Don't go into other avenues. Trust me, okay? You don't want to do that because you don't know who has certain ancestors that are watching them, and it could bounce right back to you. So, you know, keep in mind, some things let go, let God. Okay, I promise you, you're better off that way. All right. Don't try to interfere in someone's life, or like even look, again, I can't tell you what to do, but like, oh, I want this lover. Like, I hope they break up so that they can be with me. Like, no. Okay. Let go, let God. What's meant to come to you is meant to come to you. That's my best advice for you. Just my best advice for black salt, if you do like a love altar or a money altar, let's say for love, right? You set up the altar with the crystals, and then you sprinkle black salt over it so that nothing can interfere with your dream or your wish, right? So that the highest, and you set that intention while sprinkling the salt, I intend that I protect my energy from something that can stop my dreams from coming true, right? Don't say like, you know, to try to get this person, you know, that's going against free will. So same with money. I intend only good money, clean money, money that will help people, money that will be of service to humanity, and that will be good for me, you know? Yeah, so again, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So that's all, guys. With this work, you can sprinkle over windows as well, okay? Just a little bit of black salt, or like I said, in the border of your property. It's very expensive stuff, even for a small bag, so just don't be so generous with it. Again, you really don't need to. Yeah, so I'll leave it there. Oh yeah, one more witchy tip. You can sprinkle some black salt at the, you know, if you have like a garage, sprinkle some at your exit door from the garage, and then broom the black salt all the way down to the end of your driveway and onto the street and outwards, so that you can literally imagine that old energy going away. And while you're brooming and sweeping the salt, imagine that all that old negativity from your house leaving your property, and any invasive, even entity attachments, if you have like ghosts and stuff there, to imagine that all leaving, all just excavating out of your property. You can charge this under the full moon if you want as well. That's a great thing to do. But yeah, I was gonna say, even with crystals, you can charge it under the full moon. I like to do that when the full moon happens. I have a whole tray, and I just kind of leave it sitting out there. Not overnight, because, you know, you never know. Birds can think it's like a thing that they can just play with or take home to their nest. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed these witchy tips. And I will see you all very, very soon. Take care. Have a safe rest of your day. And if you'd like to book your own personal reading from me, I will be here right now waiting for you. I'm available daily for your own personal custom filmed tarot reading, Reiki healing, or anything else you'd like from me. And if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe. Catch you all soon. Bye-bye.